Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to the Leadership newspaper. Reps pass bill to stop sexual harassment of tertiary institutions students. FCTA launches a free hypertension diabetes screening. Wike warns contractors. FCT staff against a project variation. FCTA launches health screening initiative for 250,000 residents. Wema Bank boss receives CIBN Fellowship Award. Continue to defend democracy. Information Minister urges media. Volunteer database to complement NIN system. Madoki. We won't accord recognition to any group outside NATO. Ipman. Nupeng vows. Court stops Rivers monthly allocations. Jegas Livestock Committee urges federal government to boost agriculture security. Reps passes bill to stop sexual harassment of tertiary institutions. We've taken this. Bago reaffirms commitment to open door policy. Arnold Schwarzenegger endorses Kamala Harris. 2024 US election different and dangerous, says Melania Trump. Crucial swing state smashes early voter records as Harris, Trump push on. China would prefer Harris on economy, Trump on security. 5 days to go, key issues and where each candidate stands. Tax before police school protection squad. That power outage. Reps to partner leadership in combating poverty. Sanwo-Olu, Edun, others hail Adebuti for building media center. Constitution amendment. Bill for traditional rulers will finding ready. Constitution amendment. Bill for traditional rulers will funding ready. Flash floods kill 95 in southern Spain. Reps to partner leadership with taking this. Major General Oluyede appointed acting chief of army staff. Don't take everything IMF tells you. Jega wants federal government. Senate confirms Yiwada, Ojuku, five others as ministers. TCN restores electricity to northern states after 9-day blackout. Stakeholders demand key green practices in schools to boost sustainability. Vice chancellors, provosts, rectors risk 5-year imprisonment as reps pass bill to stop sexual harassment in tertiary institutions. Reps tell federal government to withdraw airstrip licenses from private persons. Lagos government shuts down Ikeja Golf Club over public safety concerns. Acting Chief of Army Staff, 10 things to know about Major General Oluyede. Court adjourns Emefiele's trial for alleged abuse of office to November 28. Nigeria rated low in governance by 2024, Mo Ibrahim report. President Tinubu appoints Major General. We've taken this. EFCC seeks Yahaya Bello's trial in absentia. EFCC busts internet fraudsters hideout, arrest 55 suspects in Kwara. Wema Bank empowers Nigeria's small medium enterprises, launches Export Trade Academy. Nigeria targets $5 billion global carnival market, says Shetima. Nigeria targets, we've taken this. Army training camp in Niger, not under terrorist control, defense headquarters. Senate confirms Tinubu's 7 ministerial nominees. Opposition lawmaker frown at judgment to stop Rivers allocations, says it is invitation to anarchy. Police arrest 186 suspected kidnappers in October. Court adjourns Emefiele's trial for alleged abuse of office to November 28. Nigeria rated low in governance by 2024 Mo Ibrahim report. EFCC seeks Yahaya Bello's trial in absentia. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Ex-PRP candidate threatens to sue federal government over blackout in North. Military rule not an option. Adebayo. Government, media must unite to move Nigeria forward. Shetima. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 We are on to the Vanguard newspaper. Petrol price increases, pushing Nigerians to limit labor. Petrol price increases, pushing Nigerians to limit labor. Emefiele, wife, not shareholders of firms linked to them, EFCC witness. Atiku, Moso, others warn as court stops monthly allocations to rivers. Governors meet over excess crude account, petroleum tax, and local government autonomy. Others. Why we are not yet buying from Dangote refinery? Hypeman. Tinubu appoints Major General Olufemi Oluyede as acting chief of army staff. We saw it coming. Rivers government on local government allocation freeze. Don't set rivers on fire. Article warns judiciary. Defection. Court strikes out a pro-Wike lawmaker suit against INEC, PDP, others. Governors meet over excess crude account, petroleum tax, local government autonomy, others. Nigeria must adopt local culture. Liberal democracy not working. Obasanjo. Naira depreciates against dollar. Alleged assault. Reps member Ikwechek docked gets 500,000 naira bail. Akpabio cautions senators for praising Bianca Ojuku's beauty during screening. Electricity. TCN restores bulk supply to 7 northern states. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Bianca Ojukwu, other ministers set for swearing in after Senate confirmation. Utu kickstarts APC campaign for Saturday local government poll, promises rural development. Hotelier demands 1 billion naira from Rivers over hotel demolition during COVID-19. PDP, APC trade blame over electoral violence. Reps want airstrip licenses withdrawn from Canaan land. Others. Niger Delta activists advises Tinubu to cut fuel prices. Beware of deceptive councillors. Nigeria must engage technocrats to revive economy. Obasanjo. Striking varsity workers now vow showdown as federal government revolves talks. Striking varsity workers vow showdown as federal government rebuffs talks. Firm advocates stakeholders collaboration in insurance sector. Foundation awards scholarship to 12 Delta students. Group laws Oberowere for restoring nightlife to Delta communities. Defion partners Bank of Industries on entrepreneurs empowerment in Delta. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning, Uniport done to address climate change impact on healthcare at US summit. Rivers unveils skilled wave project to empower 23,000 residents. Lapo boss supports entrepreneurs underprivileged. FGGC Abuloma wins inaugural Rivers Peace, backs 10 million naira prize. Group condemns multiple taxation of private schools. UK naval vessel arrives Nigeria. Police arrest 1,246 armed dealers, kidnappers, recovers 3,172 ammunition in October. Police arrest 1,246 armed dealers, kidnappers, recover 3,172 ammunition in October. Sanwo-Olu, Edun, Osoba, hail Adebutu as NIJ guest media center. Nigeria workers are poorer. Federal government should pay above 70,000 naira. Oshomule. 1 billion naira defamation threat. Taraba cleric dares TY Danjuma. Non-governmental organization empowers Chidinma 28 others in correctional center. Reps propose a 14-year imprisonment for sexual offenders. EFCC arrests a refineries MD over alleged $35 million fraud. Foundation organizes free surgeries, legal services for Lagos communities. Lebanon crisis. Federal government delays evacuation plan for Nigerians. NEMA assesses flaws as reps seek evacuation from prone areas. Africa unlikely to meet 2025 targets to end hunger. African Union alleged 80.2 billion naira misappropriation. EFCC seeks Bellows arraignment in absentia. Defense headquarters denies terrorist seizure of Niger military camp. Strike. Joint Health Sector Union and Assembly of Healthcare Professionals expresses hope over demand. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Hardship, our economy in tatters. Ned Nwoko gives reason Tinubu's policies won't work. MFLA, ex-CBN secretary alleges how former governor sent funds into Nisi's account. Blackout, TCN confirms power restoration in part of northern Nigeria. Niger government issues 48-hour ultimatum to joint task force to clear major road. Ebonyi government takes delivery of more medical equipment. Tinubu instructed me to give you whatever you ask for, Wike tells FCT residents. Disabled Nigerians angry with Tinubu over alleged discrimination in ministerial appointments. Police arrest 4 suspects for stealing diamond earrings. Headphones in Edo. Ndume opposes tax increment, aligns with northern leaders. Oyebanji will be fair to all religious groups in Ekiti, Deputy Governor assures. Arewa Group counters northern governors on rejection of tax reform bills. Police arrest 2 over kidnap of Catholic priest in Edo. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Addressing Nigeria's cost of living crisis, a strategic, sustainable approach. Rotary Club of Omole Golden Host Projects. MOWAA partners Cambridge University. Afipo Arts Festival holds December. My journey with Nigerian arts. Federal government, Roche, sign memorandum of understanding to combat breast cancer. Zamfara PDP rep Gumi defects to APC. SDP chieftain Adebayo knocks unrest advocates. Vessel with petrol, jet A1, others bat in Lagos. Alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud. EFCC seeks to arraign Yahaya Bello in absentia. National security reps seek withdrawal of S-strip license from individuals or bodies. We are committed to prosecuting electoral offenders, says INEC. FCCPC cartels behind high cost of chickens, eggs, drinks. Ndume backs not leaders, opposition to VAT adjustment. Military debunks alleged terrorist takeover of East Training Area in Niger. Wema Bank unveils Export Trade Academy. PDP begins campaign. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Nupeng, disregard new petroleum marketing transport body. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nabakoa production. Police vigilante. My business. When I was telling you, HDJ radio drama, HDJ radio drama, every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move and finish your business,
Okosime, ọkịrị na-afụ, nwanne m okwu ka nọrọ na ntị, ọkwa anụta akara eze, bịa bụ na eze na-achị. Oke ka o si na-ebu, mgbe anyị ji abụ ụlọ, nke na-eme eme, nke na-apịa ụzọ, nke na-arụ ọrụ n'ime ndụ anyị na ezinụlọ anyị, na mpaghara mba ụwa, maka na ihe ọbụla na-emenụ na-eme ka mmadụ wee mụta ihe, maka na Igbo tụrụ ilu wee sị, n'ebe a na-adụ nwa nwere nne na nna ọdụ, ka nke na-enwere nne na nna na ọnụ amụta ife. Sonyere Somtii n'oge ka o si mee na 103.5 kwa ụbọchị Mọnde, Wenezdee, Fraịde, ngwa ngwa ọkụ elekere 10 nke ụtụtụ ka ngwa gị ka o si wee mee ka ị gwa m ebumnobi gị. Ị ga-amụta ọtụtụ ihe ga-eme ka ị ghara ịgafe ụzọ ebe ndị ọzọ gafere. Igbo kacha anọ.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On EBEONADI 24/7, 24/7.
I know sometimes it feels like say nobody can do that when I wait for you, my friend.
Onye Chineke mere ama na-arụ dị ama na ụfọdụ oge ọ na-adị gị ka echezọrọ m gị na m echefuola gị mba nọ nke afọkwasị onye ka m ji zitere gị akwụkwọ ozi ekene anụnwa site n'aka ndị 103.5 FM. Ọkụ ozi ekene bụ oge nnekwu ohere ejirịta ọra ma nwekwa anwụrụ isonyere tii n'oge ozi ekene kwa ụbọchị Sọnde ọbụla ngwa ngwa ọkụ elekere 4 nke mgbede. Ị ga-enwetakwa anya bụ akwụkwọ ozi ekene nke bụ request kaadị n'isi ụlọ ọrụ anyị dị na Lufi Residency Hotel na ncherịta iru Cape City Secondary School ka anyị tụrịta ọra.
How do you do?
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Ikisi every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. We are on to the Nation newspaper. New Peng, disregard new petroleum marketing transport body. Federal government constituency bill skips second reading. SCFN records first bone marrow transplant. EFCC arrests refinery MD over $35 million brass project fraud. Tinubu appoints Oluyede as acting chief of army staff. Lagos showcases cultural heritage, fosters partnership. AATF partners boost climate. Smart rice farming. AATF partners boost climate. Smart rice farming. Sanwo-Olu Eno lay 18-floor Ibom Towers foundation in Lagos. Court strikes out sexual assault charge against man. Traditional rulers to get constitutional role in government. Eco-friendly SIM card will reduce environmental impact. Club conducts eye test, donates glasses. Court stops CBN AGF from releasing allocation to Rivers. Fabuyi, how we use technology for cultural exchange. Assigning portfolios to ministerial nominees excites senators. Nigeria's 28th chief of army staff since 1966. Ruling on Rivers allocation, list of my problems, says Fubara. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to This Day newspaper. House summons Environment Ministry, NEMA, NIHSA over flood preparedness. Ododo approves a payment of 600 million naira for 18,734 students' WAEC fees in Kogi public schools. Lapo begins monthly distribution of food items, enterprise skills to vulnerable persons in Edo. Sokoto Commissioner, former Governor Aminu Tamboa, unfit to be local government chairman. Joint Governors Committee gets 4 weeks to harmonize constitutional role for monarchs. Lapo begins monthly distribution of food items, enterprise skills to vulnerable persons in Edo. NCAA explains airworthiness status of crashed helicopter. Government alone can't achieve sustainable progress, Sanwo-Olu declares. Court moves Yahaya Bello's arraignment to next January. Joint Governors Committee gets 4 weeks to harmonize constitutional rule for monarchs. Tinubu meets implementation committee on crude oil product sales in Naira. Blending education with leadership skills to effect transformation in governance. Innovations incorporate financial strategies, a tale of two economies. PalmPay wins most outstanding fintech award on financial inclusion. WIPO launches IP Labs 2.0, IP for green innovation projects in Nigeria. Agama, SEC to infuse cybersecurity, artificial intelligence orders in curriculum review. Agri-tech startups win venture building spots in hackathon. ITC, UPS train 200 women on digital leadership skills. Artificial intelligence. HMD introduces woman feature into phone design. Do we need a South-South Development Commission? Anambra workers to earn new minimum wage this month. INEC on the path of infamy again. Forum for former deputy governors and the New Hope agenda. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune of Lagos and digital transformation in land administration. Redefining disconnect in strategic communication between Nigerian government and the people. Controversial local government elections are governors setting standard ahead of 2027. Tax reform, open letter to northern governors. Reforming higher education in Africa. Mitigating flooding in wetland communities by Ogun government. Vehicles transition to CNG, need for caution. Economic treason worthy of death penalty. Analysis, analyzing historical accuracy in Latif Adedi Meji's biopic, Lisabi, The Uprising. Key takeaways from Tinubu's cabinet reshuffle, land administration, Nigeria's development, exploiting advantages from shift of fossil fuel dominance. Go on, essence of Nigeria project spirit. That's the most we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And that will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 6579 We'll now flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Comrade Manly Uduago from Odumobosi, and it says, on Minister Wike political rantings and unnecessary display of transferred power, he should better realize that however great or small, however mighty, however wealthy, however honorable, however famous he claims to be, he must one day cease to be. Let the brightness of the sun be so strong, it must cease at night, and the strongest men shall one day faint, for there is an end for everything. That's how that has a beginning in the universe. This is in conformity with eternal laws of circles. A stitch in time saves nine. Comrade Manly Oduago from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we also have a message. This one is coming from uh, Agonabo, and he's joining us from Ofa Agluzibu, and he says things are unfolding. Sexual harassment palaver. These actually have turned into tradition and can hardly be eradicated because many will still be guilty of it. Another thing is that the House of Reps to put their house in order and the country at large to change. Fulani farmers clash. Seva may question will the money do about it? What is the cause of the crisis? Who is the Fulanese? Uh, where is the state? Where is their own state? Are they foreigners? Let the government tell us the truth. We are watching as things are unfolding. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. It is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje, and he says, I want to suggest that the student that faked her abduction and subsequent death in the social media should be arrested and punished accordingly. This kind of rubbish has become a recurrent decimal in the social media, all in the name of content creation, and it is all the media regulatory agencies who fail to take divisive measure towards nipping it in the bud. A time will come when such madness will become the order of the day because everyone will be doing whatever he or she feels that will put some cash in his or her pocket without minding the damages he must have caused other people. This is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message coming from young grandma from Odumo Bosi, and she says, Gịnị mere kootu ga-eji kwụsị inye ndị River State their monthly allocation? Why should it be like that? Should they also stop giving other states their own allocation, or is it because Fubara refused to dance to the tune of Wike Ndị Ọchịchị Obodo? Okay, and he says, nke a bụ obodo anyị. Young grandma from Udumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Okay, she said, ndị ọchịchị obodo amarọkwa na ụmụ ntorobịa na-elegara anya n'ihe ha na-eme. Oke, ndị ọchịchị obodo amarọkwa na ụnụ bụ ihe nlegara anya ụmụ na-etolite etolite nke obodo anyị. Okay, young grandma from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Also on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Comrade Ibudu from Abagana, and it says, this our country is very confusing. I must say, how can a video that has gone viral displaying how a lawmaker was assaulting somebody and even threatening a man's life, we have vividly watched the happenings in the video, yet the court says lawmaker pleaded not guilty and they are fixing different dates to judge the case. I don't really know how court operates, but I think pleading not guilty should be something somebody is not caught doing should do. But our court is very proud, saying that the man pleaded guilty until we tell ourselves the truth. Else, we are not going anywhere with our acts. May God save, help. Okay, may God we serve help our country, Nigeria. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Ebuka Nwabufo Henry from Amawa Obunike. He says, Minister Wike don't have the right to tell federal government what to do. Who is he? When he was governor, nobody was disobeying or disobliging him, so he should take time. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ebuka Nwabufo Henry from Amawa Obunike. Now we flip over to our SMS portal. On our SMS portal this morning, we have a message. This one is coming from Chinedu Oneka, pastor, and he says, why did Ababio caution senators for praising Biaka's beauty during screening? Is he jealous of her beauty? Frankly speaking, that woman is too beautiful. Because thank you so much for joining us this morning, Chinedu Oneka, pastor. And with that message from Chinedu Oneka, pastor, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep a date and don't touch the dial of EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Once it's 8:20 this morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a wonderful morning.
When I was telling you, ATJ radio drama, every cool. ATJ radio drama, every cool. Can I dialogue every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move and finish your business,
Ogosi, ogini na-afụ, nwanne m okwu ka nọrọ na ntị, ọkwa anụta akara eze, ya bụ na eze na-achị. Oge ka o si na-ebu, mgbe anyị ji abụ ụlọ, nke na-eme eme, nke na-apịa ụzọ, nke na-arụ ọnụ n'ime ndụ anyị na ezinụlọ anyị, na mpaghara mba ụwa, maka na ihe ọbụla na-emenụ na-eme ka mmadụ wee mụta ihe, maka na Igbo tụrụ ilu wee sị, n'ebe a na-adụ nwa nwere nne na nna ọdụ, ka nke na-enwere nne na nna na ọnọ amụta ife. Sonye usoro tii n'oge ka o si mee na 103.5 kwa ụbọchị Mọnde, Wenesde, Fraịde, ngwa ngwa ọkụ elekere iri nke ụtụtụ ka m gwa gị ka o si wee mee ka ị gwa m ebumnobi gị. Ị ga-amụta ọtụtụ ihe ga-eme ka ị ghara ịdafe ụzọ ebe ndị ọzọ gafere. Igbo kacha anọ.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
our government,
whatever street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets.
ada seperti even di
your community. Street Report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, KCS number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas EBEONADI corner 24/7, 24/7.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM with Martin Ifanishku every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Obodo bụ ife mmemme anyị ji akwalite omenala asụsụ Igbo ọdịbendị ma wetakwalụ gị uche bụ akpa akụkọ ifo na ilu. Sonyere Somitii n'oge Obodo Eze kwa ụbọchị Tọzdee ọbụla ngwa ọkụ elekere 3 nke ehihie. Onye ije nnọọ n'Obodo Eze ebe ife na-eme.
Hello, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday is the most favorable day of the week. So hook up with DJ East every Friday by 9 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. This is a program where we bring unto you entertainment and the best of fun and also give you the privilege to make some music requests. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Don't miss this every Friday night by 9 p.m. with DJ East on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Hello, Friday.
It's the morning drop. Okay. 103.5.
Guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Rock.
Entertainment.
Salud.
Something to my God, live.